Fall is the perfect time of the year to fall in love with historic Old Town Portsmouth, where you'll find museums, historic homes, concerts, Coastal Virginia's most popular farmers market, and annual special events celebrating Oktoberfest and Halloween. We'll tell you all about them right here and right now on this episode of Portsmouth Now. Welcome to this fall episode of Portsmouth Now. I'm your host, Rob Lauer. This year, you don't have to travel to Germany to celebrate Oktoberfest in true German style. You can come right here to historic Old Town Portsmouth. Our first guest today is Stephanie Osfolk Brown to tell us about Oktoberfest 2025. Stephanie, welcome back to Portsmouth Now.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you here. Now you're here to tell us a little bit about Oktoberfest, and particularly what's happening for Oktoberfest here in Old Town. But first, we just discovered before starting to roll that Oktoberfest worldwide is 190 years old this year.
This is actually the 190th anniversary of Oktoberfest in Germany, so that's kind of a big deal. I imagine it's going to be a pretty big party over there.
So how did this start? It sort of began as a pretty big party.
It was the wedding celebration of crazy King Ludwig and to I think Theresia. Hopefully I have my facts right. People will tell me, I'm sure, if I was wrong. But it ended up taking like 2 weeks, and everything shut down. And then they had the anniversary, and that's Oktoberfest became the anniversary of their wedding.
It was so popular, just they kept doing it.
Yeah, everybody took off work and just partied for 2 weeks. Yeah.
And in really recent decades, it really has become a thing really in the U.S. I'm sure that there have always been enclaves of Germans, probably in the Midwest, that always celebrated in some way, but you're starting to see it everywhere.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a big deal. It's a reason for people to get together and have a party and have a great time with friends and family. You know?
And the interesting thing is, it isn't, people assume it's probably like middle of October.
No,
or end of October, like coinciding with Halloween, but it actually is earlier.
It is. It starts usually at least the first week of September, and it usually trails into October, and sometimes it doesn't even touch October. I have some people that think that they know everything come to me and they go, Oktoberfest isn't even in October. I'm like, no, 90% of the time it trails into the first week, but it really does start like the second or third, or the third or fourth week of September every year.
And this year does go into the first week of October?
Yeah, it starts September 20th this year, and it ends on October 5th, which ours is October 4th. So we'll be that big Saturday, the closing ceremony weekend of Oktoberfest
and
in
so I would
Munich.
say, if you really want to celebrate, just in great German style, come here to Old Town to the Beer Garden on High Street.
Yeah, we're going to have it right out front of the restaurant again this year. We have the Elba Musikanten coming in from Richmond. Always a great band, always great fun. We'll have activities for the kids. We'll have a magician who does face painting. He also does balloons. He does arts and crafts for the kids. We'll have the strongman competition. Actually, we have to call it Stein holders now. I forget. We had to change to that.
To include everybody.
Yeah, Stein holders. It's actually a nationwide regulated event. So it's not my rules anymore. It's their rules. It's an actual thing.
A sport.
It is, yeah. It'll be on their website, the everything like that. So yeah, it'll be really cool. But it'll be a very big day for us. And I really think it's the biggest outdoor festival in Portsmouth.
Really?
I think. And I guess I need to be fact check on that too. But I don't know what else would be bigger.
Well,
we find out.
I know we do the Seaball Festival and things like that. But what makes the Beer Garden so unique? There are like some German food trucks, I believe in Virginia Beach, and there are restaurants that certainly serve some German dishes.
Sure,
but
a lot
the
more
Beer
now.
Garden is the only, as I know, restaurant in Hampton Roads that actually they sit down, full German menu.
Yeah,
that's what you would do is German food.
Yeah, I believe so. We have some things that have been Americanized over the years. We've been there, actually this year will be our 28th year on October 4th. We have some things that we've Americanized, but 90% is, German, authentic recipes that were passed down.
In your family?
Through our family, absolutely, yeah.
How did the restaurant start? Do you mind telling us a little bit about who started it, or your family, a little bit of your family history, since it's a family?
Yeah, well, my parents immigrated in the 60s from Germany. Grew up in a German household, and then in '97, my brother and I convinced our parents that we needed a restaurant downtown because people wanted good German beer and good German food, and we decided to do it on a whim, had no idea what we were doing. We opened it together October 4th, 1997, and just kind of figured it out from there, little by little.
Here we are,
yeah,
approaching 2027, all these years.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So what date is the Oktoberfest celebration at Beer Garden?
At Beer Garden, it's October 4th this year, which is the first Saturday in October.
All right, it sounds like a lot of fun, and even if they miss Oktoberfest, they should certainly come to the Beer Garden to try your food. And
Absolutely,
beer. It's great.
I think so. I think everybody should. We have the new backyard where you can go and listen to music, like cornhole.
Yep.
You can come into the restaurant in any of our traditional spaces. We have great beers, wines, cocktails, all the food, stuff for the kids to do. But if you come for Oktoberfest, we are selling tickets on beergarden.com.
Okay.
It's on Eventbrite too. We'll have tickets at the door, but if you want to be prepared and do it ahead of time, we have that.
Okay, and throughout the year, people want more information, they can go to beergarden.com as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Vanta, thanks so much for taking time out of your schedule
Absolutely.
to tell us about it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
For 87 years, Portsmouth Community Concert has been bringing some of the nation's top musical talent here to Hampton Roads. Our next guest is Ken Willard, and he'll tell us about the Community Concert's upcoming season. Ken, welcome back to Portsmouth Now.
Well, thank you for having us, Rob.
Glad to have you. Now, the Portsmouth Community Concerts organization has been around for how long?
This is their 87th season,
Wow.
so since 1938.
Wow.
And I'm very proud of that. One of the oldest arts organizations in Virginia.
That is fantastic. And your upcoming season is about to begin this
Yes,
fall.
we'll start our 25-26 season on September 26th. And all the performances are at IC Norcom High School, which is just up the street here.
Right, yeah. So what do you, I'm going to look at the brochure here. So we have Frank
D'Ambrosio. I had to practice that name too. Frank is the longest tenured Phantom of the Opera singer.
Okay.
So he's a national and international artist, and we're so pleased to have him back in Portsmouth again.
And he'll be Friday, September 26th at 7:30.
That is correct.
Okay.
And the program is back to Broadway.
Okay.
But in the second segment, we will do, we're so pleased that we're doing a master class the day before the concert, and he will be auditioning Portsmouth Public School students.
Wow.
And they will perform the duet from the Phantom of the Opera, and that's all I ask of you. So we'll audition 3 boys and 3 girls, and they will perform on the stage with a
What
very
a
famous
fantastic
artist.
opportunity for them.
I'm thrilled.
That is fantastic. All right, and then what else is coming up this
Well,
year?
next we start Rockin' the 1950s with Jared Freiberg, and it's a program called Piano Mania. This show comes to us from Nashville Live on Stage, and we actually visit Nashville and watch artists showcase. And this guy is incredible on the piano.
Yeah.
I mean, when he's Great Balls of Fire, he is tearing it up, and it's just so moving and entertaining. And a lot of us remember all those tunes from that era.
Yeah, yeah.
So it should be very exciting.
All right, and the dates for that, it's October 24th at 7:30.
That's correct. All our programs are on Friday evenings at 7:30.
All right, and all of them are at the Norcom High School
Yes.
auditorium. Okay. And then next up is the Waddington Brothers?
Waddington Brothers.
Waddington Brothers.
Again, that's a live on stage artist from Nashville. Several delegates from Portsmouth Community Concerts traveled to Nashville. And this group is different for us. We haven't ventured into bluegrass and Western. But after viewing them live, all of our delegates, it was our #1 pick. And it's uniquely American. It's 4 brothers, and they have banjos and mandolins and all kinds of instruments, and they have beautiful harmonies. To me, this will be a very relaxing, must-see concert.
Okay, that's Friday evening, November 14th at
That's
7:30.
correct.
And then this isn't American. The next one, this is something very different. This is Celtic.
Well, Sean Healy Celtic Band. It's an Irish and Celtic program, and you may know Sean Healy.
And Susan
He's
Healy.
a Portsmouth, Virginia native.
Yes.
And a former board member's grandson, Isabel Healy. And as a young man, he actually went to Willett Hall with his grandmother 2 community concerts.
And now he's
So when we called him up, he was very excited to return home and do a program for us.
and this is Irish and Celtic music.
Yes, and he's fabulous. He's won national and international awards.
Yep.
You know, the Irish and Celtic, they have lots of interesting instruments, including a harp, so it should be fantastic.
And they point out here, and the date of that is March 20th, next year.
March 20th, 2026 already.
2026. But you really, you offer variety of music. I mean, it's not just one particular genre. I think people hear community concerts, or they used to, and they thought all classical or something like
We
that.
started that way,
Right.
but over the years, you know, we always try to offer a classical offering, and Frank D'Ambrosio was that offering
Right.
this year. But we like a variety, and it's one of the hardest things we do,
Yeah.
narrow down the artist selection to 4 or 5 artists.
Right. Okay. So next up after that is Gentlemen's Quartet.
Yes, and this is also a live on stage artist. Gentlemen's Quartet is an instrumental quartet with a guest female vocalist. So you'll have men playing their instruments with this vocalist. It should be exciting. I can't say enough about it. If you saw Bachelors of Broadway this season, you will definitely enjoy this segment.
All right, and that is May 1st of
Yes.
2026 to 7:30.
And that closes our 87th season.
Well, that looks like a fantastic season. I mean, there's something there that would appeal, I think, to anybody.
Well, yes, and we like to do that. And, you know, when you're applying for grants and raising the fund, and, you know, it is important to offer a variety of genres and artists.
Well, you're certainly doing that this year. Now, people want more information. I have this great little brochure
Yes.
you gave me, but where can they go online? to find out?
www.portsmouthcommunityconcerts.com. You can click on the season. You can view the brochure. You can click on each artist. And there's a segment there that you can actually hear some of the songs they're going to do.
Okay, great. Okay, can tickets be bought online, or do you?
Yes, PayPal manages their website
Okay.
as far as credit card purchases.
Okay.
But you don't need a PayPal account
Right,
to
use
buy
that,
it.
right.
And then you can certainly get a brochure at multiple locations, including the visitor center here.
And you can buy a subscription to the entire season or
Yes.
individually?
5 wonderful shows, and it costs an adult $85. One thing I'd like to add, students are always free. We're one of the few arts organizations that offers that, and they should be accompanied by an adult. And if there's more than 5 students with the adult, we'll give them a complimentary ticket as well.
Wow, fantastic. And if people if they forget all about getting tickets ahead of time and they realize, oh, that concert's tonight, can they just show up and get in?
Yes, we do sell single tickets at the door. They're $25. They can buy those online as well.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much.
Well, thank you.
And
It's always
good
a
luck with this
pleasure.
year's season.
I'm so excited. We're going to spread the music here in Portsmouth.
Our next guest is Mark Palamarchuk, who will tell us about the annual Fall Festival at Portsmouth City Park, as well as other special events and programs being sponsored this fall by the Department of Parks and Recreations. Mark, welcome back to Portsmouth Now.
Thanks for having me, Rob.
I know that we have 3 major parks here in Portsmouth, and they're pretty different from one another, and they're great places to visit any time of the year, but particularly in the fall.
Yes, fall is a great time to get outdoors, especially with our climate that we have here in Virginia. And the 3 major ones that we have are Paradise Creek Nature Park over on Victory Boulevard, Hoffler Creek Nature Park, which is off of Twin Pines Road in the Churchland area, and then of course our signature park, Portsmouth City Park, City Park Avenue.
And again, I'm a Portsmouth resident all my life. It has never looked better. Portsmouth City Park is gorgeous now, it really is. And it's so beautifully situated on the Elizabeth River. And you know, people haven't seen that in a couple of decades or years. They need to go back and check it out. But now last year you had, first time, a fall festival there.
Correct,
And it was
yes.
very successful, I hear. Our crew was going on and on about it before we started filming your interview. That is going to be happening again this year. When is it, and what will people find there?
Yes, so thanks. So last year was our inaugural festival of our fall festival, and it will be the first Saturday in October. This year it happens to fall on October the 4th. It'll be from 11 to 2 at City Park, and if you haven't been there, it is a beautiful, picturesque park. A lot of things to do going on throughout the year, but especially on that day when we bring in live entertainment, we bring in a hay maze, we have free hay rides, petting zoos, bounce houses, free arts and crafts. There's food out there for purchase. A lot of other vendors are out there as well, selling some retail goods. It's really a good event, and we truly were overwhelmed by the response from last year.
Well, I know one of the dads who you know
Yes.
was saying, yeah, they had a petting zoo, but it wasn't just like, you know, a small petting zoo. You go to some place and the petting zoo is they have a goat.
Right,
You know,
right,
this
right.
was more than that.
Yes.
And he said the food was great too.
Yes, it was all good. I think we averaged about 3,000 people last year when it was all said and done. And it was just from start to finish. We had people coming up asking us like, is this free? Is this really free? I'm like, yeah, it's absolutely free. Great family entertainment, great family environment. So again, we invite people to come out October 4th from 11 to 2 and just take place and take part in our fall festival.
Fantastic. Now, what else do you have coming up in the fall?
So the other major event we have in the fall is our annual Trunk or Treat event that we hold over at Festival Park. And we do that in conjunction with the Portsmouth Police Department. They have a very well-attended haunted house that they provide. They build it from the set, from start to scratch. They do it all themselves. And then we have our Trunk or Treat portion of that event as well, from 3 until 7. It'll be on October 25th. It is a Saturday. And you can come out in costume or just come out in your regular clothes if you want. And you get to see all the different departments with their vehicles lined up, passing out candy to the kids and the adults. Again, we have a lot of live entertainment. We have costume contests. We have all kinds of games and activities for kids and families to do together. Just another good free family event for people to come out.
Okay, in Festival Park, that is sort of the park area in front of the amphitheater.
That is correct, yes. So if you type in 801 Crawford Street or 16 Crawford Circle, it'll get you to that location.
Fantastic. And what, the date on that again is?
That is October the 25th from 3 until 7.
Okay, and of course, throughout the year, you have events and programs and things at the various recreation centers throughout the city.
Yes, yes. So of course, kids are back in school come fall, and that's when the recreation center programs really ramp up. We have 6 different recreation centers throughout the city. Programs are there every evening from 3 until 8, and then again on Saturdays from 12 to 6. And then we added a couple of years ago some of the areas in the city where we don't have a brick and mortar facility. We're partnering with Portsmouth Public Schools and basically running pseudo recreation centers out of 4 of the Portsmouth Public Schools. Waterview Elementary, Craddock Elementary, Churchland Elementary, and Churchland Primary.
Fantastic.
So if you don't live to one of our traditional rec centers, you can still come out and get that free programming at one of those sites.
All right, if people wanted more information on that for their kids, is there a number they would call or a website they can go to?
Yes, absolutely. If you go to portsmouthparks.com, that has our website, has everything that we're doing there, or you can call the main number at 757-393-8481.
All right, but the 2 big events are
Fall Festival and Trunk or Treat, yes.
All right, well, thanks for being here and telling us about it, and good luck with this year's events.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it.
Regardless of the time of year, it's always good to be prepared for a possible emergency. Our next guests are Lauren White and Alexis Webb to tell us about an event at the Portsmouth Public Libraries coming up in September that will help you do just that. Lauren, Alexis, welcome back to Portsmouth Now.
Thank you.
So this fall, what does the Portsmouth Public Library have planned?
Well, first off, we have September is actually library card sign-up month. So this is a nationally recognized month. And for library card sign-up month at the Portsmouth Library, we're going to do a library card design contest. So we'll have 2 age groups, 12 and under and 13 and up. And everyone can submit 1 card design, original artwork. The contest runs from September 1st to October 3rd. And the winners will get their library design, their card will be next year's new library card. So we'll actually get to design our new library cards. Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Well, let me ask you, how are library cards doing these days? Do many people have them? Have you seen a decline or rise?
We still have people applying for library cards, new library cards. Digital library cards are also really popular because we have a lot of resources online that people can use with their digital cards.
If somebody was watching this and they say they haven't been into a library, say in 25 years, have things changed? What?
Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah, we're doing a lot of things digitally. They can access a lot of our collection through our website.
So just from home, they can.
Yeah, through their phone. They don't have to
All
come
right,
in.
so the library card contest begins when?
September 1st. So they can come to anyone can come to your local library branch, your favorite library, and pick up a template. You can take as many templates as you want, but you can only submit 1 for your final submission.
That sounds cool. All right, so what else is happening in the fall?
We also, September is also National Preparedness Month. So we're doing an emergency preparedness event on September 20th at the main library.
And is that a Saturday?
That is a Saturday. And that'll be from 11 to 3. We'll have a lot of local resources there. They kind of run the gamut from fire safety to pet safety during a weather emergency to
financial literacy.
Okay.
And a lot of kids activities, so they should also start learning too.
Okay, now is this for all ages?
All ages.
Okay, so great, all right.
A little bit for everything, get the entire family involved.
Okay, and they can all be prepared for whatever might go wrong.
Yeah, we got a little taste of it. We're trying to get you prepared if anything else happens.
Okay, that's great. And if people want more information on that, would they call the library, go online to find out more about it?
Yes, both. Yep. Or you can come into, it's going to be at the main library downtown at 601 Court Street. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can either give us a call. We're still working out the final details, so we're not 100% ironed out with our schedule yet right now.
All right.
But it will be September 20th from 11 to 3.
All right, fantastic. Anything else? How many branches are there now for the public library? There's the main branch here on Court Street, and then a Churchland branch on High Street. And is there?
We have our 2 neighborhood libraries, so we have Craddock and then we have Manor.
Okay, Manor High School. Okay, or Wilson High. No, Manor High School.
No, it's Manor. Yeah, it was right next to. Yes, it's right next to Manor.
So schools have changed names.
Yeah, it's been a lot of switch. Still, people get very confused. But actually, in October we have quite a bit. So we have Teentober. It is a nationwide celebration of all things teen and teen services. So we're going to be doing a couple of things, like you get to build a spooky companion. For our future programmers out there, we're going to do a coding jam so we can build a game. And there's going to be some more art things. Definitely check out Facebook. That will have the most comprehensive list of what's going on. Or you can just call any branch. We'll pick up and answer. And and also we like to get a little spooky. So we will have a lot of spooky science. That will be October 18th. You can drop in between, I think it's between 10 and 2 and get your science on. Or we have spooky story times. It's the cutest time of the year. Bring your child, dress them up, and they get to go around and get little treats while reading or listening to a story.
That sounds like a lot of fun. That's great. All right. Anything else? That seems to cover it. I mean, we're getting into Halloween with that last one.
Yeah, so. we're going to be busy for the next couple of months, and then we'll sort of slow down a little bit for Christmas, and then rear back up again in January.
Okay. Well, thanks for all you're doing, and thank you both for being here. And really, take advantage of this. Visit the Portsmouth Public Libraries online or visit one of their branches. We will be right back with more Portsmouth Now, including the Old Town Ghost Walk, right after this message.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School, college first-round draft pick. On and off the field, we were taught to not show any signs of weakness. During the football season, I would stop eating, but I didn't know I was depressed. I thought that something was wrong with me. For 20 plus years was physical. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father, as a man, and as a husband. Put the importance on your mental health. I'm not scared to talk about it anymore. The first tool is therapy. The second one is positive self-talk. And then journaling, putting your thoughts on paper. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
I'm Dr. Richard A. Singletary. I have a gallery at 3600 Greenwood Drive. I teach violin and piano here in the area. At one time, I taught English as a second language for the Portsmouth Public School System. And I also have an African American art exhibit here. I have been teaching here for 58 years. I am Richard A. Singletary. I am Portsmouth, and I am Portsmouth proud.
Welcome back to this fall episode of Portsmouth Now. As I often said on this show, Old Town Portsmouth has the largest collection of historic homes north of Charleston, South Carolina, and south of Arlington, Virginia. And the jewel, one of the jewels, many jewels of those historic homes, is the Hill House, which has been restored and is now opened as a museum. I'm joined now by Dan Schmidt, who is Vice President of the Portsmouth Historical Association, and he is here to tell us about events coming up at the Hill House and really a big event that is coming up this year. Welcome,
Absolutely.
Dan.
Thanks for having me, Rob. Go ahead.
Yeah, so what is happening this year? What is the big
So the big thing, if no one has been to the Hill House before, we're at 221 North Street in the heart of Old Town, and it's a very unique house. It's full of Portsmouth's history as well as the Hill family's history, over 200 years of collections. And what makes Hill House so unique to the area, we often describe it as, imagine a family that left for an afternoon stroll and never came back. That is what it feels like to be in the Hill House Museum, where everything in the house is original to the family, down to clothes, furnishings, china, everything.
And the family, the house has been there since 1825, I
Correct,
believe.
yes.
And so it is a mixture of ages. The dominant age, when I look at the car, I think of the Gilded Age.
Right,
When I come in,
absolutely.
It's very much, really, if you watch the Gilded Age on TV, this is just a beautiful example of that type of decor.
Absolutely.
Even though the house dates from earlier than that.
It does, yeah. And like any house, the family never realized or intended the house to be a museum when they lived in it. So as styles changed, they added on to the house, changed things. But we were fortunate enough with the family, as things changed, they did not remove everything from the previous restoration or renovation. So it's just a culmination, an evolution, should say, of the house.
And that is what is so
different time
wonderful
periods.
about it.
Yeah,
You really can
absolutely.
see the evolution of furniture styles and decorating styles for for
Absolutely.
nearly 200 years.
Right, absolutely. So if anyone has not visited, we'd love to have you stop by. We're open Wednesdays and Saturdays from 12 to 3. Admission is $5, and it's April through December we're open.
Fantastic. And now, I said that the house was built in 1825, so that means that this year
Is our big 200th anniversary that we're celebrating for the house and its history.
Wow.
Yes.
So a number of things are coming up in the next few months. Now, I think there's a yard sale you're having in
There is a
September?
yard sale, and I'm going to read from my sheet because I was given all of these notes, so I'm going to follow that. So on September 13th, Saturday, September 13th from 9 to 2 in the Hill House Gardens, we have the Support Portsmouth Public Art yard sale, and the proceeds benefit Portsmouth Public Art. It's a joint partnership between Portsmouth Historical Association and the SPP.
And this is the organization that is responsible for a lot of the statues and the murals that are all
Absolutely.
over Old Town, that are really all over Portsmouth.
Absolutely.
You see a lot of them in Old Town.
Absolutely. So proceeds, like I mentioned, go to Public Art in Portsmouth, and it's going to consist of artwork, furniture, frames, and other small household items that can be donated. If anyone would like to donate items, they could call 757-582-5330 or check out the Facebook page for SPPA or their website at sppava.org.
All right. Now, the 200th anniversary, there's an event taking place in October.
Absolutely. That is going to be held on Saturday, October 25th from 10 to 5, and it will be in the gardens as well as the house. And we have a list of events for that, and it's free to the public, and anyone's pretty much welcome. 10 to 5 is the event. Like I said, we're going to have from 10 to 5 will be an 1825 market, including Colonial Williamsburg tradesmen. That will consist of joiners, carpenters, and brick masons. It will be an interactive trade. They will be demonstrating the methods, how the house was constructed, how certain things, they worked together and constructed that house in that time period. We will also have I mentioned that. We also have the crew of the Frigate Constellation, as well as Hill family reenactors throughout the house. Okay. So they will be telling the stories of some of their lives in the house, as well as things that went on in the house through the past 200 years.
Yeah, my understanding is that there's actually been a president or two that visited the house.
There's been not necessarily visited the house, but yes, the Hill sisters, they have been guests. And the Hill sisters' grandfather was worked in Washington, D.C. as the first daughter of the United States, and he did work with President Polk and President Tyler. So if anybody likes that type of history, we have documents on the wall signed by President Tyler as well as President Polk.
That's great.
So from 11 and 2, we will have an architectural home tour, and we will be discussing the architecture of the home and how the house has evolved over the past 200 years. We will also discuss some of the features of the home that are typically not discussed on the regular home tour when we do it throughout the year. For instance, I'll give you a little bit of that. Each room on the first floor has a cutout area in the floor that's inconspicuous when you walk through. That will be one thing. Few people have found it out through the years, and we tell them that will be one interesting thing we will discuss among many on the home tour, or on the tour on the 25th. From 1 to 2, we will have a lecture by Dr. Cassandra Newby-Alexander, and it will be on period home construction, highlighting the role of skilled enslaved laborers, not only constructing the Hill House, but also houses in Portsmouth at that time.
Right.
From 3 to 4, backed by popular demand, we had at the Lafayette last year's the Tidewater Winds Brass Quintet concert in the Hill House Gardens. After that, we will have a celebration reception, anniversary cake and refreshments, and the refreshments will be provided by the Fort Nelson chapter of the DAR.
Wow.
So that concludes a whole day of festivities from 10 to 5
And
in the
it's free to the
afternoon.
public.
It is free to the public.
And that is Saturday, October 25th?
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for telling us about it. And if people want to find out more just about the Hill House, what is there a website?
They can check out our Facebook page. They can call 757-714-3226 or visit our webpage at thehillhousemuseum.org.
All right. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Stephen Gurnett joins us now to tell us about upcoming fall and Halloween events taking place at the Portsmouth Art and Cultural Center and the Children's Museum of Virginia. Stephen, welcome back to Portsmouth Now.
Thank you very much, Rob.
You're here to tell us about events happening at the Portsmouth Museum this fall
Yes, I am.
season. Now, this is an event that the museum sponsor, but every Saturday morning, the Old Town's Farmers Market at the corner of Court Street and High Street actually takes place around the Courthouse Gallery, the Art and Cultural Center.
Yes, the courtyard, and it also has gotten really big, so it's around the church across the street and even down further on High Street. And during that time, a lot of Saturdays we'll have music. So we're going to have a Scottish jam session on September 6th. And on the 27th, towards the end of the month, we're going to have a steel pan percussion Caribbean Cinco sound ensemble that will play, and those are both from 11 to 1. It's all free and open to the public, and this is my favorite time of year for fall produce.
Yes.
You've got those fantastic scuppernong grapes and winter squash, sweet potatoes, so it's really great.
And there are baked goods and other things, but the great thing is that because the old courthouse, the museum is sort of the center of it. You have that beautiful brick courtyard with tables and shade and trees, and live music. So it's a great place to come.
And I'm doing art activities every Saturday.
That's fantastic. So there's a lot going on there besides just the market.
Yes, and in October I'll start my Halloween activity, which brings me to those events.
Okay.
But first we have a couple in September. On September 13th at the Children's Museum of Virginia, just down the block from us, there is going to be the second annual Teddy Bear Clinic. And so this is a fantastic event. So each child will receive a teddy bear, and this is from, I believe, 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And staff, medical professionals and volunteers from the Children's of Hospitals King's Daughters will be there, and kids can go around with their teddy bear and they will guide them in each process of medical treatment that their bears will receive and explain it to each step of the way. And there will be art activities based on medical supply themes, so I imagine some of the tools will be a little bit different.
So this is great for kids to learn about the doctor, medicine.
Exactly.
Their bodies actually, all the teddy bears are, yeah.
And it is also sponsored in part by the Museums Foundation, the Portsmouth Museums Foundation. So, and the Children's Hospital of King's Daughters.
So that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then the following day on Sunday the 14th from 9 to 12, every month there's a special needs Sunday. Mm-hmm. And so these are kids where they might not respond well to loud sounds or bright lights, and so the galleries at the Children's Museum are adjusted for that. Mm-hmm. And so people can come between those early morning hours before the rest of the crowd comes and enjoy the Children's Museum. And then we get to October. And the art activities I was talking about, instead of being outside in the courtyard, I'm going to have them inside because I need to set up black lights and fluorescent chalk that people can draw on the walls and the tables. And this is all part of our department-wide museum events for Halloween.
Okay.
So this focuses on the Children's Museum and the Lightship and the Portsmouth Art and Cultural Center.
All right, fantastic.
Yeah, and it kicks off October 11th,
Okay.
which is a Saturday. And every Saturday starting then, the Children's Museum will have Halloween activities from, I believe, 10 to 4. And the Lightship will be open Fridays and Saturdays from 10 to 4 as well. And
that's a lot of fun. Kids will enjoy it.
It'll be a
Anybody will enjoy
haunted
that.
Lightship.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Even more fun.
Exactly. And these are all free with museum admission. The Lightship, of course, is free. There is no admission needed.
And these are all walkable within each other.
Yeah, the museums are just blocks
Yeah.
from each other. And on that first Saturday on the 11th, we're having our big event, which is the annual Trail of Treats. This will be the second one. It's a free event. It's from 4 to 6. It starts at the Children's Museum, and then kids can go from each site and collect treats and prizes, and it'll all end in the courtyard of the Portsmouth Arts Center with a big party.
Okay, so they hit all the businesses on Pie Street there in Old Town.
Exactly, and there's nothing like free candy, I'm telling you.
Yeah, before Halloween actually. But
Exactly, well before,
Two
so.
Halloweens you can celebrate. That sounds like a lot of fun. Thanks for being here, Steve, and tell us about it.
Thank you so much.
The annual Old Town Ghost Walk and Ghost Bazaar combines spooky history with Halloween chills and thrills. Our next guests are Jeanette Rainey and Neil Dewing, who will tell us what's in store this year. Jeanette, Neil, welcome back to Portsmouth Now.
How you doing, Rob?
Okay.
So, the Old Town Ghost Walk. When is that this year? Tell us about it.
Yes, so it's going to be October 24th this year. This is actually the 43rd annual Old Town Ghost Walk. It's a long-established community event. We've been doing it for a long time. We've gotten pretty good at it, I would say.
Yeah, it has grown.
We keep practicing.
Yes, it has
Well,
grown.
I remember coming to the first one, and it was really cute and
You
neat.
must have been 3.
Yes, I think it was 6, but I'll go with 3. No, but I came back probably 15 years ago. I could not believe in 15 years ago how much it had grown. It's just gotten bigger and bigger every year.
Yes, it has. So this year we're going to continue to grow it. We have again October 24th. It's 5:30 to 9:30. But last year tickets sold out. We had a couple thousand people come through. So it's gotten bigger and bigger. And we've also got the bazaar that goes along with it, which is a lot of fun.
And that is huge. I mean, for the very first year you did this, how long have you been doing the bar? Maybe 2-3 years now?
That has been post-COVID.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so
Pretty
COVID
recent.
changed a lot of things.
I walked through the very first year you did it, and it was huge then.
Yeah, we call it the Ghost Walk Marketplace. It is free and open to the public. There are nearly 60 vendors with all spooky themes. And that's something I also want to say about the Ghost Walk. We are spooky, we're not scary.
That's right. Now, for those who might not know what a ghost walk is, give us an overview. What do people see to go on the ghost walk?
So it's a walking tour of historic Old Town Portsmouth at night. So the scariest thing that you're going to find, there's some uneven sidewalks maybe, but you have a guided lantern-led tour
Through these historic homes.
Yes, around the historic neighborhood. And you will make stops at various points, and interpreters will share ghostly tales. Some of them will be from the ghosts themselves. Some of them will be passed down, eerie stories.
And they're all the ghost story for that house.
So you're looking at the historic home and then the ghosts
Yes.
that reside there.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
so these are all
There.
ghost stories in and around Old Town Portsmouth. There's a lot of history in this town, and so therefore.
But this is sort of the fun, folklore, sort of urban legend-y.
Yes. All of the stories are true to the house that they're told in front of, except one. And even we don't know which one that is.
Oh, okay.
But I will tell you that we did have to reroute the Ghost Walk for the past couple of years as construction was being done on Court Street.
Yeah, and that's finished now, isn't it?
Correct. It is all finished. We're going to go back to our traditional route. And however, when we
had to change the route, we had to change the story, and that's when we were told under no uncertain circumstances, but wait, this is the story for this house. And so we actually had to find new ghosts for the revised route, which, we were able to document.
Don't want to upset the spirits, you know. They want their stories to be told.
Nor the homeowners that have experienced that ghost.
Who are spirits in themselves. But so Nuts and Bolts, October 24th.
That's a Friday night?
Yes. Yeah. Tickets go on sale September 1st.
Yep.
And for the month of September, the tickets are $15. Those can be purchased at the Old Town Portsmouth Civic League website, which if you just Google Old Town Civic League Ghost Walk, you will find it, along with a lot of other FAQs and interesting details like where do I park, that sort of thing. Yeah. But after October 1st, tickets are going to go up to $17. So it behooves you to get them early because they do tend to sell out. We might have a few tickets left the night of, but we can't be sure.
Okay,
it's a very popular event.
You get tickets, you meet like over at Trinity?
Yes, you meet at Trinity
Episcopal. There's a graveyard.
Yes, and you go. It starts in their graveyard, which is spooky enough as it is. Yeah. But then your tour will be split into those two routes that Jeanette mentioned. So you might have to come back if you go on one route and you want to see the rest of the stories. You might have to come back next year.
We have people that come every year, even though they've experienced both routes. They just enjoy Old Town, well, like we do. We live here and help put this on. But we have a lot of repeat patrons.
About Old Town and the neighbors and stuff, you pointed out something to me that I sort of knew but didn't know. This actually began many decades ago with the actual residents of Old Town doing it themselves.
Yes. The first year there was an Old Town Ghost Walk. The Civic League was looking for some kind of fundraiser. And someone had recently gone on vacation and had gone to London and went on the Jack the Ripper tours, the walking tours in London. They came back and the Civic League was asking, well, what can we do? Well, what do we have? Well, we have ghosts. Yeah. And that's how the Ghost Walk was formed, and each homeowner that had experienced a ghost stood on their porch and told their ghost story. Yeah. And they were hoping for maybe 50 people that first year. It was like 2,000 people, and so we've gotten better and better at managing that sea of humanity that we love to welcome into our neighborhood.
Well, it's great. It just shows also the sense of community and civic pride of the people who live and work in Old Town.
Yeah, because this is not a city run event. The city certainly supports us. We're so grateful for all of the support. But these are the neighbors. People ask us every year, well, why don't you do this more than one night a year?
Would you be interested in volunteering to help? Put on the event, then you might know. But no, Jeanette's right. It is a community bonding experience as well. Not just for the citizens of Portsmouth who live here and work here, but also we have people who travel to this event. We have actors who come down to travel. We have people who come from all around Hampton Roads and outside of Hampton Roads.
And I know dozens of good friends who've lived in Hampton Roads all their life who have never been to Old Town.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when the few that have come, it's like, I had no idea this was here. I had no idea this was
And really, the Ghost Walk Marketplace is a snapshot of what the farmers market is every Saturday.
Yeah, huge event every Saturday.
And it's just so much fun.
Now, you mentioned going to the Civic League's website to get the tickets.
Yes.
Does the Ghost Walk itself have its own website, or is it just through
part of the Civic League website, but it has its own subpage. So if you search
Old Town Ghost Walk,
it'll take you right to it.
Exactly.
But it's also under our events section of the Civic League website. And again, tickets are going to go on sale September 1st, so those links will be live to purchase tickets online. We'll have posters all around town. People will be able to scan a QR code and go right to where they need to go. So we're going to try to make it as easy as possible.
All right, and people get online, it's sold out. They should still come down because of the bazaar.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Because it is huge.
It's
huge. It looked as big as the Small Art Show or anything like that we've had here before.
Yes, we've got popcorn and snacks.
Absolutely.
And with the vendors and the snacks and the restaurants on a Friday night. I mean, that's just a party in and of itself.
It's easy to plug into something else that's going on here in Old Town. And I will say, for anybody who's especially nervous, the Ghostbusters were there last year.
They've got vintage cars.
Yes. Yes.
And the Ghostbusters
The
van
Ghostbusters were there, so
comes.
when you see them, make sure you thank them for their service.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for your service and the others in Old Town who have gotten this together for so many years. It's a growing tradition. We're very proud of it. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rob.
And thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Really, if you have not been to the Portsmouth Old Town Ghost Walk, check it out. You will not be disappointed. That's it for our show today. If you'd like to find out more about any of the events that we featured on today's show, or any other events taking place in Portsmouth during the fall, simply log on to www.portsvacation.com. And then come to Portsmouth, where if you give us a day, we'll give you a vacation. I'm Rob Lauer. Join me in November for our special holiday episode of Portsmouth Now.